The women's basketball team travels to take on Miami as part of the Big Ten ACC Challenge on Thursday at 7 p.m. Badgers then host in-state rival Marquette on Saturday at 1 p.m. at the Kohl Center. Head coach Bobbie Kelsey is here. We'll have some opening comments, then take questions.
We obviously were very privileged to go down to the Bahamas and play in a tournament that featured the number one team in the country. And, of course, we drew them first. So that wasn't what we were hoping for. But, again, they're on the schedule, so you have to play it. And then we played a very good ECU team, very aggressive, and pressed the whole game. So our turnovers were really high. But I was proud of the kids in that they did persevere and just try to keep pressing throughout the whole game. I think we held South Carolina to their lowest point total of the season. And but we didn't shoot the ball particularly well because of the turnovers. It really just we've not seen that kind of pressure and size ever, I don't think, in my time here. And so I think it was a little jarring for the kids, but to their credit, they kept playing hard.
Bobbie, it seems like you have a team that can play with or beat anybody, but also, maybe fall to the level of a team that you should beat. How do you maintain or manage building up consistency to play at the peak level?
We just try to really show them the video, show them what we're seeing on the bench, because sometimes in the moment they can't understand really they don't remember what you're saying. It's like, Coach, I thought I was, so the video really helps them to see where the mistakes are happening, what they're not seeing, and kind of just looking right at the person they want to pass it to instead of, you got to do some little crafty things out there to make sure that you're not giving away what you want to do. And, our guards, we don't have a whole bunch of guards that can really break defense down. So as we're waiting to get those guards in the program, we're just going to have to work with those who are here now. Dakota White can do it, and Nicole can do it a little bit better than some of the other guards. But we do ball handling every day. We do the passing drills and the fakes and just things that are going to help them to really read the defense and not just kind of throw it up for grabs and hope one of us catch it as opposed to the other team. So we're constantly working on that, and that's a work in progress.
Eric.
Bo downplayed the Coach K versus Bo, matchup. Coach Johnson said it's going to be really cool to see them coach against each other. Mm-hmm. Having been a basketball player and a coach, how much does that matter, that coaching matchup?
It's more for just the storyline to me. When I was at Stanford, Tara, she was, they always featured her against this one or that one. And at the end of the day, the players are playing. No coach has ever scored from the bench. So I think it's more of a storyline, a good, in a lot of ways, a good storyline. Sometimes it's the teacher and the pupil. Sometimes it's the dad and the son, with the Patinos. So, but I think at the end of the day, when the ball goes up, you just have to be able to, match or exceed what they're doing and make sure you're taking care of the ball and doing what you're supposed to do. But again, it's always a good thing to have something to talk about before the game.
What can you say about the progression of some of your younger players, like freshman Kayla Morris?
Kayla's done well. She, to be thrown in the starting lineup in that Drake game, she did really well in that game. She's a nice shooter. She's working on her ball handling to be a little bit more proficient with that. But she has a quick first step. She's working on her mid-range game. A lot of kids either a layup or a three. Old school, us old folks, we didn't have the three-point line coming up, so you had to take a pull-up. You didn't worry about where the line was because there was no line there. So some of the kids now, when we're watching AAU, they really don't have a mid-range game, and that's what we're trying to develop even with our older players. You have to stop and pull up at any moment. Otherwise, you get the charges and the blocks and things of that nature. So we expect Kayla to develop right along, and she gets stronger and really get used to the college game. I think she'll be a nice player for us. She already has been, even in these first couple of games of her college career. Sorry, my throat is all scratchy. I was yelling in the game, so it doesn't take much for it to go nowadays. So I'll probably sound like an old man by the time next year. So.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.
All right,
On
thanks,
Wisconsin.